I had some money to spare after disposing of the horn, so it seemed time to invest in some new tools. Farkas is one of the few merchants willing to risk selling to an independent like me, and his prices are steep. But the other choice is to let one of the so-called city wardens give me orders and take a cut of my profits. They've been after me for years to join one of their stables, but I'm not interested. Maybe they'll get the idea and give up. More likely, they'll just ramp up the threats. Nothing I can't handle if I'm careful. And lucky. And my luck seems to have finally turned for the better.
Assassins. Difficulty hard. Now that you've got the finest in lockpicks, you can go after more challenging and lucrative targets. How about the local Hammer Temple? Get at least 1,000 loot. Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief Gold. Before we go any further, you guys should know that I am re-recording Assassins again, after I had some discussions with Bum Number 1 in the comment section for the original Assassins that was uploaded here. Bum Number 1 let me know that for him, Assassins was too dark, and that the previous mission we did, down in the Bone Horde, was also extremely dark for him. From my experience up here on YouTube, it's dependent upon the system you have, your configuration and preferences that you're watching it with in your browser, because I can attest that I can see things like the wall, ceiling, and floor. I can see things in the darkness fine. Well, let me be a little more accurate. I can make things out, but after watching Assassins twice, I think we can do better. It is, I think, still a tad too dark. When I was recording this originally, I recorded about 26 videos or so, and then when I checked on my videos afterwards, I wasn't too happy with how they looked on YouTube. The gamma was set to about here. So I decided to re-record them with the gamma set up a notch. I think it's still slightly too dark, and I don't think you guys will be enjoying it as much. So I'm going to up it twice more to this level. I think on YouTube it will still be more or less dark, and it's not going to be what I'm worried about, bright. And it shouldn't be washed out either. While I can increase the gamma in post, it affects everything in a way that I don't find it enjoyable. It's like someone... well, there's a filter on the video in an attempt to brighten it, and it's not acceptable, in my honest opinion. So what we're going to do is we are going to re-record Assassins again, and I'm going to re-upload this to my channel. And if this is acceptable, if it's more acceptable than the previous Assassins, please tell me. I think a good spot to check it will be at about well, actually I don't know what it'll be on this video, but about 7 minutes 31 seconds in on the original Assassins, which I'll keep up here in this playlist temporarily until this one gets some views on it. But go there and you can see how dark things can be, and when we get, well, we might get to the same spot in this Assassins, depending upon the path that the people take. You can compare it, and let me know if this is better. I do not mind re-recording the next 25 videos or so for Thief. I was just about to start the last mission, but I'd rather know now that there's some video issue and that things are a little too dark for most of us, because if they are, that's not acceptable. We'll go ahead and brighten the gamma a little more, and this way things should look thematic up here on YouTube, even if for me they're a little too bright as I play the game. Alright, so with all that said, let's go ahead and get to the deployment screen. Now, I will still act like I don't know what's happening here, because I think that's the best thing to do for anyone who actually finds this Let's Play long after it's been uploaded to YouTube and has never seen Thief before. So with that said, let's get started. So over here on the left, we got some new things that we haven't seen before, so let's go ahead and read about them. Lockpicking instructions. Since selling thief tools with no instructions can produce angry thieves, Farkas provides a brief owner's manual for his wares. I can summarize this for us when we do the first lockpicking, so I will wait until then to do so. We'll just drop this the first chance I get. And actual lockpicks. These tools will let you unlock most locks, with a little work. Cost 4,000 for the pair. That tells us that the Horn of Quintus was worth at least 4,000 gold. Quite a nice item, that, to pawn it off and get so much money. I suspect most of the stuff we pick up, the cash we have, must be a fraction of what it's actually worth, because Garrett has living expenses too, but we seem to carry over this amount of cash to the next mission whenever we do them. And again, I think that's best explained by the fact that it's a fraction of what we pick up. I'm babbling too much. Let's go ahead and look at what's for sale. So, we got fire arrows, and we haven't read about these yet, although we did use them in the last episode. This arrow will explode on impact, damaging its target and setting burnables, such as torches, on fire. It does not arc in flight, so aim on the top of the bow sight. 300 for each one. Now, I don't really intend to be killing any of the Hammerites when we go to the temple. And unless there's some magic torches we have to light, I don't think the fire arrows will be that useful for me. Again, we're trying not to kill anybody. We may end up killing people, but I don't want to. So we're not going to start by purchasing any fire arrows. I do think Hammerite temples, though, have quite a bit of tile. Let's buy at least 3 more moss arrows to get us 5 total to start. And they probably like their torches. Let's purchase at least 6 water arrows as well. I don't see us starting with the healing potion, and I like starting with those. We don't need any broadheads. Again, we're aiming to not kill anybody. So in other words, we'll be aiming these broadheads towards walls, close by to people, but not actually at them. Hopefully. This way we can distract them, rather than actually hitting them. So all the rest of this cash won't be spent on broadheads. I don't think we need another healing arrow. So let's purchase more moss arrows. And we'll purchase more waters. We'll purchase more moss arrows. Looks like we can purchase all the moss arrows, and also all the water arrows. And we still have cash left over. I guess we can take a fire arrow if we're seen and someone's charging at us. This might not kill them. I really don't want to, though. Let's purchase another healing potion. It's a waste not to spend the cash, but I don't really even want any more broadheads. Let's go with this. So just a bunch of stuff to help us navigate around, put out lights, not be seen, put some healing potions in case we actually do get seen in the Hammer Temple. Though I think if we get hit with the hammer, it's going to take a lot more than 2 healing potions to get us back up to full life. I kind of wish there was a speed potion here for sale, but we don't have any. Alright, I think we're set. Let's get started. Oh, and we're at Farkas's, so we just purchased what we needed. I don't think we have any money left on us based on what we just purchased from him here as well. Let's head on over to the Hammerite Temple.
That shot was meant for me.
Yes, I'm sure it was Garrett in the window. He's dead. Let's head back now.
These creeps are gonna lead me right back to whoever sent them to kill me. But only if I can tail them without them noticing me.
We can't let them get too far from us or they'll get away. I'm so sorry, Farkas, but since you're dead, you don't need anything else that's in your shop. That's suspicious, but we don't have time. I never actually saw it, but it looks like a door down there in the cellar area. I really enjoy this mission. The whole entrance to it is a bit different than what we're used to. We haven't had to tail anyone before. If they get too far away, you will fail the mission. And the path they take is random. You're not sure which path they're going to be taking. It's one of the things I really like about Thief. sound and using it to your advantage, and paying attention to how much sound you make so that you don't trigger guards or fellow thieves or the like. Almost got seen there. Since we grabbed a few more moss arrows from Farkas's shop, I'm willing to spend a few more of them as we track these guys. As I mentioned earlier, I do not think there's a curfew. So I don't think we would get in trouble if we were seen on the street by the guards. Still, best not to take chances.
So, these are Ramirez's boys. I think it's time I dealt with Mr. Ramirez once and for all.
Alright, everyone. Well, let's take a look at our objectives first, and then we'll take a look at the map. Trail the thugs who just tried to assassinate you without being detected. Success. Time to show Ramirez who the real criminal mastermind is. Break into his mansion and take what he values most, his wealth. The purse from his belt should make the point. Loot the mansion for valuables. You need at least 1,500 worth. Locate his prized silver fire poker. It's worth quite a bit. Get out of the mansion. Do we know anything about his mansion? The map of Old Quarter, which is where we started from, we, I believe, started roughly around here. Obviously, we traveled out here to the west. We know that there's some sort of courtyard that surrounds his mansion, and that is a second floor. And we know apparently there's a basement here as well. Guards at the entrance, gatehouse and main entrance.
Jorik tells me the hammers are gonna close down Craig's Bluff.
Yeah, he's taffing you. Where are they gonna put the poor saps they grabbed?
Dunno. Toss them into a well or something. Anyhow, they just don't have enough guys no more.
Kinda sad. Used to be the power. Now they're just a bunch of guys wishing for the old days.
Gravel makes more sound than most surfaces, well, than many surfaces. Let's help make our approach silent.
Did that shadow move? Nothing to be seen now. Huh? Seems clear enough now. What's that? Who goes? Don't see anything now.
I decided to go this way. Actually, I don't know why I decided to go this way. I think because... well, just random. Last time we were here, I did a little bit of exploring with you guys in the episode.
Who goes there?
That will no longer be...
Too much coffees this morning. I'm twitchy as hell.
that will no longer be kept. This is promising. Lockpicks. If a door is locked, your lockpicks might be able to open it. To do so, make sure the lockpick is selected in your inventory, and then hold down the use key while looking at the lock. If the lock can be used on it, the door handle will reset and begin to jingle or jiggle. As you continue to hold the lockpick onto the lock, you'll begin making progress in picking it. You might have to switch lockpicks every so often, however. If the door handle locks in place, you will have to do so. You might have to switch lockpicks several times in order to actually pick a lock. Or only once. It's dependent upon the lock. And everyone, we've made it inside without too much trouble. We could explore the rest of the grounds, but I doubt we'll find anything out there. This large bedroom must be Ramirez's bedroom. And he has an alarm system, apparently, as well. I find it useful to keep both lockpicks on separate hotkeys. You will not want to cycle through your inventory looking for the correct lockpick. A basement key. We do know there's a basement. I was hoping, though, that Ramirez would be in his bedroom. Commissioner Dinavan, I note with displeasure that again one of my tough boys has been taken to Crag's Cleft. May I remind you of the substantial donations I make to your office, such that I may, pursue business unhindered by idle scrutiny. May I remind you as well of your predecessor's unfortunate end. The rivers are so treacherous this time of year. I trust that you will attend to this, and if the hammers are too difficult for your policemen, I trust as well that you will let me know. Ramirez. Apparently was having some drinks, perhaps some dinner, and with 2 sets. I doubt it was just him up here. That's an interesting looking wall, isn't it? Let's see if there isn't a secret in here that will open this obvious secret door. A gem in the fireplace. Good spot for it. Ramirez's prized silver fire poker. One of our objectives. heard a guard there for just a few seconds. This looks like a tapestry. We could hack it down, similar to what we did back in Crag's Cleft, to get out into that room. But I don't... Since I can't see into the room, I'm a little worried that might be a mistake. Quite a lavish bathroom. With even more wine and a tiara. He must have had a lady friend over he was trying to impress. Oh, and I'm talking a little too loud. Sorry, everyone. Guards can hear you fiddling with locks. Guest rooms. Second floor. Not as lavish as Ramirez's room. I hear a guard approaching. He has a key on his belt. Courtyard Key. I doubt we're going back to the courtyard. Now, since recording this part originally, I have discovered several things. Taking keys off the guards will stop them from being able to use those keys. So these guards will no longer be able to go into the courtyard. Sorry, I want it in the center. Okay, that's good enough. Lord Ramirez, the reinforced walls and steel door have been duly installed about your counting room, but I must warn you that we cannot guarantee them against Burrick tunneling. If you do not move the creatures out of the basement into a more distant area, we cannot be held responsible for the potential damages. Toll Camerick and Sons. Since both guards went this way, we too will go this way. Alright, we're gonna have to put out these torches if I want to be in that hallway. Both of them.
counting his loot. I hope he stays down there all night.
Well, that gives us a hint as to where we'll find Ramirez, since we're after his belt pouch. Fancy sitting room he has as well. Don't mind if we do help ourselves to all that delicious golden ware. How is this talking about a speed potion? Yet done exploring upstairs. I don't hear anything. No voices, no footsteps. Sounds like the library's empty. Master Vrend, recall our previous conversation about untapped sources? Can you find any precedent on what's going on? And can you find any precedent on going into the walled section of the old quarter? There's all that crap about walking evil, but you know how the hammers are. 10 to 1 gets there's all sorts of property, no known heir, free for picking without even having to pay gelt for lawful overlook. Anyhow, no rush on this one. Better to look into it on the quiet rather than rile the hammers or let Reputo or Webster hear about it. Ramirez. We learned earlier that there are the city wardens, right? These guilds, thieves guilds. And it sounds like Reputo, Webster, and Ramirez lead the largest batches of them. Are in charge of the larger ones. Master Ramirez, I beg your attention. Well, as you say, there is most certainly breach in the Drekbond pit. My subordinates inform me that this is due to the encroach of hammer patrols among the patrons, and that my immediate Drekbond comptroller, Guinea, has been unable to deal with the problem. Should this qualify as full breach, I must regretfully insist that the breach is on Guinea's part and not mine. I am, of course, happy to furnish all ledgers for verification. Lord Bafford. We had read Lord Bafford's expenses when we were at his place originally. We had also read Ramirez's name in that ledger. Now you're probably thinking that there are so many books in this library that there must be a secret somewhere in here. You would be correct. Let's go see if we can find it. Nothing that looks out of the ordinary down here, though. I guess before we search for it, let's also double check these double doors. Double check the double doors. I I hear nothing on the other side. Okay, back out in the courtyard again. You don't have to lockpick both of the double doors, but one of them will be locked if you do not do so. And generally, if I'm fleeing from a guard, I don't want to have to try to remember which door I left unlocked. Sorry, which door was unlocked versus which one was locked. Hello?
I thought Quince and Jacko were on watch tonight.
The boss sent them on a special errand. Some fellow he wants dead. A thief. Name of Garrett.
I've heard of him. Garrett. No one to be trifled with. That's what I heard.
Not anymore if he's had a visit from those two.
Must be a guard's recreation room. Or a barracks? I'm not sure what this is, actually. But thankfully there's coins here. Boys, while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I must point out that breaking legs is really rather inefficient if we wish our clients to be able to pursue their rather active lives in order to immediately repay their debts. I encourage your initiative in this area. Perhaps you might take a lesson from the gardener and his hedge clippers, who trims off one branch while leaving the rest to grow. And most of our clients do start with fingers to spare. More flash bombs. I suppose this is where the guards go to get paid?
Thought I saw something. Oh well. Must have been nothing.
Storage room key. So we took the key off his belt, and he can no longer go through that door. This is both good and bad, because it means he'll stay there forever, trying to walk through that. It's bad because we'll have to remember he's here. Servants' quarters. Sparse. Just a bed, a table, a single hanging light. hear a guard approaching. Oh, but he might not come up the stairs, Tim. He might stay down in the basement. Footsteps are going away from us. Just checking if there's anything interesting down here in storage. Rather spacious basement. The peasant has what looks like a basement key and is on his way down. He's bringing Ramirez, looks like, dinner.
Look, you. Stop lurking back there. I won't have any servants lurking.
Unbelievable. Come on, Ramirez. Hey, everyone. Alright, so this happened the last time I'd done this. It's good to know this mission's just bugged. It sounds like we found his barracks.
It may be time for me to move along now.
It's just
I wanna
awkward
wear out my welcome.
that we have to knock him out with the alarm set triggered. We don't have much time to waste. Wallaby Bright, Stone Market Cut Purse, skimping on gelt for the 5th time. Not worth the trouble. Public bounty of 200. Garrett, South Quarter Independent Thief, denied cut 3 times. St. Quinton Jackow out to shorten him. Overlord's Fancy, Gambling Den. Check with Reputo. Is it his? Either way, someone's not talking to someone they should.
Your dog meat!
Okay, so let's have a bit to eat, and we'll talk about what just happened, because this is really annoying. So, apparently, Ramirez decides to pull the alarm when
I'll find you. Damn you.
after his servant puts down the dinner tray for some reason. So this happened as well in the last time I recorded this episode, so you can check that out as well, everyone. Good to know that we still have to actually sneak for quite a bit more now that the alarm's been sounded. There's still more treasure to be had in this place. We'll spend a little more time here. But the alarm sounded. The guards have luckily now changed up their patrols somewhat. Service quarters again, or guards' rooms, if Ramirez keeps guards on site. Which I'm guessing he does.
I hear you're going to be assigned monster babysitter. What? Why me? Boss thinks his nasties don't get enough affection. You'll be down there.
Oh, looks like the guard eventually did go through the store.
Thought I saw something.
And he's walking back again. Let's let him perhaps come this way. So you might remember that I am re-recording this entire series, having attempted to record it back in, I think it was December. But it was a little too dark, even for my tastes, and I was having some audio issues. Okay, he is now patrolling back and forth down that hallway. I doubt we're searching anything that's down there then. Come on, let's get out of here. Actually, we should take the ladder then. The first time I had done this mission, the peasant that brought him the tray of food died on a staircase. I discovered his tray there because all of a sudden, as I was exploring the second floor, the alarms went off. I had not been expecting that. So it seems that I am really cursed here.
Maybe I should head back to my own neighborhood. Those fellas don't seem too friendly.
Because the alarms went off in Ramirez's mansion, we must now sneak back to our home turf. With the alarm gone off, apparently that's a signal that all the thugs should look for Garrett around here, or anyone that they anyone suspicious looking, and all sorts of other members from Ramirez's guild will be out looking for us. So we are currently here. We have to get over here to our home turf. Looks like sticking to our left will do it, if we want to brave the city streets, which I'm not so sure we want to do. We'll try sticking to as many alleyways and side passages as possible. Swimming makes a not insignificant amount of noise, which is why I often just let the current carry me. Although we will still make noise even this way, it is far less than if we were actively swimming. Two ladders. Let's go this way.
Intruder! Help! Help! Come out here, I dare you!
We can let them hear our footsteps and just ignore them. Ooh, not quite all of them, apparently. We have plenty of flash bombs and speed potions. gonna be a tough one. He's also an archer.
As soon as I find you, you're dead!
These, I believe, are all members of Ramirez's guild now. News travels fast, apparently. But not fast enough that they could stop me from reaching our home turf. Nice. That was pretty damn easy. Holy crap. Normally I struggle to find the way back, but this time it just made complete sense on the directions I should go in. Alright everyone, so that wraps up Assassins. Let's look at our stats. Oh, holy crap, we left only $100 in there, and I think I know where that was. I think it was in that hallway off one of the doors, where that one guard, we opened the door and saw him walking towards us, right there at the very end of Ramirez's mansion. Not bad, though. Not bad. Getting almost all the money there. It was very, very good. Very good. Alright, guys, so I'm going to upload this part. Please tell me if you think the... Obviously, you guys are going to see this, so obviously it's going to be I'm going to upload this, but tell me if the... video's brightness levels were any better than what they were previously. And if they were, I will just replay the missions again. If everything is fine, or you don't think there's a real difference, also let me know, because then I'll just keep the videos I've currently got. But I do want to make sure that you guys enjoy watching the series. If you can't really see anything, please be honest and tell me. I know that it will be different for various people, but I want to make sure that the most people who are going to be watching this series will be able to see things. Once again, please tell me, because I only have you guys to tell me. Things look acceptable to me. Perhaps a little on the dark side, but I can still make out what's happening more often than not. In the very dark areas. So please tell me what you think. And again, it's no problem. I honestly don't mind re-recording them. Just let me know. Alright guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and thanks for watching.